Right, last video talking about the police investigation, and then I'll move on to talking about the man himself a little bit. I could go on forever because there's just so much to discuss. Like, I could make this 100 parts and not get through all the information, all the stuff to say on the whole thing. But yeah, I'm trying to condense it a little bit because obviously it's getting longer and longer. I'm having to make it more and more parts. So basically, the other big thing to mention about the police investigation was that they received a number of hoax letters claiming to be from the Yorkshire Ripper, and it turned out to not be from him. It was from a hoaxer, and also he sent them an audio tape with his voice on it that was the hoaxer, but they believed it was the killer, and obviously it derailed the investigation, and they spent like amazing amount of manpower and concentrating around the tape, and the tape featured a Geordie man, so they thought the Yorkshire Ripper was actually a Geordie, and Peter Sutcliffe, the real Yorkshire Ripper, was a Yorkshireman. So they were going for the wrong, they were concentrating the investigation on the wrong area of the country. Still the northeast, but obviously further up. So Newcastle was above Yorkshire, so they were going for the wrong areas basically. They even traced the accent specifically to a town, and it turned out to be the town that the actual hoaxer was from, called Castletown, but they never got to him. But they did eventually catch the hoaxer years later, I think in either 2006 or 2008. They were able to use DNA from an envelope where he sent the letters. He had licked one of the envelopes, and they were able to trace it back to somebody who was on their system, called John Humble, and he was basically arrested in more recent years, and he was jailed, I think, for 8 years for perverting the course of justice. He's now passed away actually of natural causes. He did his 8 years in prison, got released, and then he's died since. So he's gone now. But he was a big fuck up. He did it because he had it in for the police, and he wanted to fuck them up a little bit. He didn't necessarily want to cause the shit he did, but he wanted to fuck the police up because he had it in for the police. Like, he had a history with them, and he did actually. He realised how much he fucked up because he called in from a phone box, and as himself, and said it was a hoax. I've actually heard the phone call in documentaries, but they didn't take any notice of it. They carried on pursuing the tape and the letters, thinking it was the real Yorkshire Ripper. So this guy caused a big lot of, big hoo-ha and a big lot of shit, and he got his comeuppance years later, did 8 years in prison for it. But yeah, he's since died. End of part 6. Bye.